as mentioned yesterday, I tried putting everything into one session initially, but later I realized that it is good to split. Okay, and also 10 is better than 9 when we have a series of lectures to conclude. So today we will only look into the pricing part. SLAs and life cycles we will see tomorrow, and tomorrow we will wind up AZ 900 course. Okay, let us get started. And don't worry, today's session will be smaller than usual, and even the number of questions in the final quiz will be lesser. So do join the quiz as early as possible, and then reserve your slots for the Azure Admin's special closed group. Okay, so what will we learn today? We will learn about Azure subscriptions and management groups. We had learned it a bit earlier also when we looked into identities and all. And we will see what is a free account in Azure, and about cost management and billing dashboard, factors that affect pricing, zones for billing purposes, and pricing and TCO calculators. There are two calculators that Azure provides, and then a little bit about limits, quotas, and best practices. Okay, so these things are good to know, not only for certification, but also if you are starting out with Azure. Okay, so we learned many things over last few weeks. So first of all, we learned about computing, which is a very important section of this course. Then we learned about Azure architecture. Then we learned about core services like compute, storage, databases, and all. And then we learned about some solutions like IoT, big data, ML, DevOps, serverless, and all. And then we learned about networking, and we learned about identity related services such as authentication, authorization, AAD, and all those things. And we learned about some of the security features such as security center and all. And again continued our security journey with other compliance and trust and privacy and monitoring related services. And in the end we will also see our long-term learning plan and how we can continue our journey with real-world projects, mock interviews, and all those things. So we have I have mentioned many topics, so don't think, so if you are new to this group, so don't think that so we have covered all these things in depth. So we have touched upon these things so that you know that these things are there, and we have seen the enough or the most important features and details of these services to get started into Azure Cloud. So in further weeks, in further sessions, we will go deeper into many of these sessions or many of these topics. Okay, so know your teacher. As always, announcements and thought of the day. So instead of thought of the week, I thought so now we are meeting more than once in a week, so I thought I will call it as thought of the day. Then yeah, so this is another typo. It is not going to be Azure Solutions, it is going to be Azure pricing and quiz championship and bonus talk. Okay, so know your teacher, you know me. I am an author, architect, and tech evangelist, and I have written few books. I like speaking in meetups and conferences. I like taking webinars to engineering colleges, and I read a lot. This is my library, and I like to teach people. Okay, so one thing I wanted to stress, because we are going towards the end of this initial session, I want more people to come forward and teach this. Okay, so if you want to teach for a fee, I am even ready to give that to you. Okay, so come forward and teach. And even many people ask me why I teach for free, what benefits I have got in my life. So before authoring all these books, I used to write, or I used to blog a lot, and during that time it was Java, and I had more than 6,000 students across the globe, and all these contacts, all these experience talking to different people have actually provided me with lots of experiences that eventually helped me write my books. Okay, and as you know, even the book became recent book became kind of popular also. Okay, so all these things I got because of those teachings. Okay, I learn every time I teach somebody. I learn. Okay, I'm telling all these things not to tell that I am great. So I want you to believe that I can teach you something, and more importantly, I want you to take some confidence and then come forward and teach others. Okay, let it be a very small topic for just 15 minutes. You don't have to drag it for an hour or two or anything. Just at least for 15 minutes, if you can teach, that is more than enough. And just get in touch with me if you are afraid or if you don't know what to teach, and I will guide you. And then I want you to explore all the opportunities around you and then grow. Okay, and announcements and thought of the week. Again, this is a certification course, so we will not go deep, but we will go deep in further. But you can ask doubts in Facebook or Buddy Cult groups, and you can interact with the Q&A chat, poll and all. And this is the current syllabus, and so whoever gets prizes and then send their screenshots to support@buddytutorial.com or me in chat will get access to the Azure 900 course materials, which I am still completing uploading. So everything should be ready by tomorrow end of day. And thought of the week, I've told a lot of about or around this already. So seek opportunities to show you care. Okay, the smallest gestures often make the biggest difference. Okay, so try to make use of every opportunity. Okay, so many people do not get opportunities to speak in front of a lot of people. Okay, people go to TEDx and many other things, but here I am providing you an opportunity to speak, and even I am giving this word that I will guide you, and I will even provide you any materials that you need to prepare. So with all these things, if you are not going to share your knowledge with others, if you are not going to make use of this opportunity to show that you care for others, and then you are not there for receiving only, so then you can come forward. Okay, so that is thought of the day, and let us take a pause and then let us continue. Okay, subscriptions and pricing. We have already seen subscription, but again, every resource in Azure has to be part of some subscription, and a billing is made per subscription, and you can have multiple subscriptions per account. And if you have lots of subscriptions, then you can use management groups to have a common governance policy for it, and whatever subscriptions or child management groups are present within a management group will automatically inherit all the conditions that are applied on the top level management group. Okay, we can also choose a subscription from an available and eligible offer type. Okay, so whenever you go to create a subscription, you see some offer types like this. So free trial, when you start, it will be usually free trial. Then you will have pay as you go and Azure for students, and then below you will have I have only put the top level. Okay, so below you will have a lot of other subscription offer options also, and then after 30 days you will have to upgrade. Okay, so you'll have to click on that upgrade on top, or here and there you have a lot of upgrades. Okay, so this is also part of the lab exercise. So once you upgrade, you move to pay as you go model, where you'll be paying for the services as you use it. Okay, so this free trial thing, when you can say free trial, it is for 30 days or until you finish off all your credit. Okay, whenever you create an account, a free account, as we see in a few minutes. So whenever you create a free trial, you get some credits to start with. That credits will expire in 30 days. So this credit, I think it is around $200 if you are in US, and then in India it is around 13k something rupees. So if whatever expires first, either you reach this 30-day limit or you finish off all your credit. Okay, whatever happens first, your spending limit will kick in, and this spending limit will not allow you to do anything. So then after that you will need to upgrade it to do a pay as you go or any other subscription models that is available. Okay, and more about management groups. Okay, we will come back to that free subscription again in a bit, and then I will explain a few more things. Okay, so about management groups, we already saw it in a previous session, but still there is a top level management group called root management group, and everything will be under it. So it is a hierarchical model, and one entity. So an entity can be a subscription or another management group. So this entity can only have one parent, but they can have many children. There are some limits which are in this case 10,000 management groups can be supported in a single directory, up to 6 levels of depth, excluding root level and subscription level and all those things. And by default this root management group's display name is a tenant root group, but you can change it if you are the owner or a contributor role user on root management group. Okay, so many of these things may not be required for certification, but it is good to learn that these things are there, and the more you hear, the more it will stay in your mind. Okay, and so this is just a document or a picture I took from Microsoft Docs itself. So you can go, there are a lot of things there to see, read, play around. So it will help you learn and understand more. And a little more note on free account. This free whenever you say free account, it will have some products that are free for 12 months. Okay, so I wanted to make things clear about free account, because I get a lot of questions about free account from people who are just starting out. Okay, so when you say free account, it has some products which are free for 12 months, and you also get a credit which is usable in first 30 days. And there are also more than 25 products that are always free even after this 12 months period. But the important thing to note is that this free credit acts as a spending limit as I told before. So once we finish this free credit, you will need to move into a normal subscription plan. You need to upgrade your account. Okay, so while upgrading, that spending limit is gone, and then you move the pay as you pricing model. Even to use these free services. Okay, so there are some products, and even within these products there will be some configurations that will be free for 12 months. Even to use this free for 12 months products and features, you will still need to upgrade your account into a pay as you go pricing model after your first 30 days. Okay, that is currently non-negotiable, so you will need to do that. And another thing is, you will need a credit card to register for Azure free account. Okay, and within and with the spending limit removed, we need to pay for whatever we use beyond the free limit. That is obvious, right? So if you use more, then you'll have to pay more. Okay, so these are the things about free account that you should be clear about. And so whenever you go to Azure free account creation page, you will get this information there. So read and then satisfy yourself and then register. Okay, so 12 months of popular free services, 200 credit, and always free. So the currency will change based on where you are creating the account. And also Azure cost management plus billing. So is a section in Azure portal where you can see how your cost is managed. Okay, and interesting thing is you can link it with your AWS account and then see those pending details also here. And it is always on by default, and it has a data latency of 8 hours or less, which is good. And it has integration with Azure Advisor. So we have already seen Advisor in a previous session. So Advisor can advise us on 4 areas, right? So anybody remember from here which are those 4 areas? So so we learned that Advisor can help us or advise us in 4 areas, and one of them is definitely cost, as I have already mentioned here under cost management. Okay, security. Others can also mention. You can always select all panelists and attendees, so unless it is an exam. Okay, so nobody else remembers anything. Again, don't watch it like a TV show. So participate. So if you remember, you try to tell. Okay, we had 4, right? Okay, performance, yeah, reliability. So okay, so you need to try to remember these things. So attend quizzes again and again. So you can do a lot of things. And also this cost management tool was previously called as Cloudin. So in some of the older papers or during the transition phase, if you see that it is Cloudin, and then so it is now gradually replaced by Azure cost management in this new homepage. Okay, and it has also integration capabilities with Microsoft Power BI and other cost management APIs. Okay, so this is just a screenshot of the cost management plus billing, and you have various options. So you have billing scopes. You click on cost management, you go to cost management page, and you have management groups, and then how many other options you can experiment with it. Okay, and factors that affect pricing. Okay, so in general, not only in Azure cloud, in any cloud, so these are the 4 factors that generally affect pricing. So one is resource size. The more powerful compute you use, or more server space you use, the the price will obviously be high. And resource type, so there will be different VM instances that you can choose from whenever you are creating a virtual machine. And so different instance types have different configurations, and they are also made for different purposes. So some may be good for machine learning, some may be good for data analytics. So based on whatever configuration or VM instance type you choose, you will have a different pricing. And next is location. So different locations or different regions may have different pricing, and also bandwidth. In general, in most clouds, so data that comes inside is free or chargeable. In general, in all cloud, so data that comes inside is free or chargeable. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so it is free. Okay, yeah, so yeah, Advisor recommends cost, performance, security, and availability. Yeah, so recently I think that availability, high availability thing, they have renamed to reliability. So let me close. Okay, so it is free, but so data that is going out is chargeable. Okay, so going in is always good, right? At some point of time you will anyway use it, but going out is generally chargeable, because it can be to use your web application, or it can be even to go out and then go to another cloud provider. Okay, and this is where Azure a little bit complicates things when compared to AWS or other cloud providers. So apart from all these things, Azure has this concept of billing zones. Okay, so don't confuse billing zones with availability zones. People generally whenever they hear zones, so they generally think about availability zones. So billing zones are different from availability zones. Availability zones are within a region. Okay, but regions are part of billing zones. Okay, so that is the difference. So look out for the question. So whenever you say billing zone, so Azure has 3 or 4 billing zones, and each zone will have lots of regions. Okay, so these regions, within those zones, the data ingress and egress, everything is free. But so when you are transferring data from zone 1 to zone 2, so you are doing a egress from zone 1 and ingress to zone 2. So ingress means transferring data into is always free, but so egress means transferring data out is chargeable. Okay, so whenever you are transferring something from zone 1 to zone 2, it is chargeable, and whenever you are transferring something within a zone, it is not chargeable. But this is the current things, but so there are few changes coming up, and you can read it from this link, like upcoming billing changes to Azure Bandwidth, and we will see mostly about those changes in later sessions. Okay, so it is currently in that rollout phase. So in September month especially, you will see few things here and there, but I think by October the newer terminologies, it's not drastically different, might come. Okay, so please go and read. Okay, so please search, go and read, and get this knowledge. But important thing from an exam perspective is to note that billing zones are not same as availability zones. Okay, you can have billing zone and you can have regions within it, and within those regions you will have availability zone. Okay, so you can get questions asking whether within a region I can have multiple billings on. So by default, if you will tell yes if you are thinking about availability zones. Okay, so you are confused just as I was, right? So even most people will also be confused. So that is why Azure provides you with a pricing calculator. So here you can select any of the services you want, and select the configurations you want, and then select the duration you want to use it, and you can select all kinds of things that you will actually do in your portal, and you can get to know how much it will cost you for whatever duration you select. Okay, so it will not come as a surprise later that okay, oh my god, my bill is too much, I never expected it. So that thing shouldn't happen if you are doing this. Okay, if you are using the pricing calculator to calculate it. Okay, you can just do a Google search of pricing calculator and get to the pricing calculator link. Okay, so this is just a sample of how you do things. You can select which region you are going to use this. You can select the operating system and which tier, and all those things you can configure. Okay, and then based on that it will tell you how much you are saving. Okay, so again this in this case I have chosen pay as you go, but as you can see in the left, if you select 1 year you will get around 32% discount, and if you select for 3 years you will get for 57% of discount. Okay, so all these things you can see, learn, understand, analyze, and then you can actually decide what model you want to go with. Okay, so this is just some other combinations. Under managed is you can select the type of disk, because type of disk we have already learned in previous sessions. Under storage, okay, you can select the number of transaction units, and also you can, under GB you can select how much GB you want to plan for. Okay, so first 5 GB transfer is free in each zone. Okay, so there are things such as that, but so these exact numbers might change, so it is not important to learn the exact numbers, but it is important to know that this feature is there. You can use it, and then you can get to know how much you will have to pay beforehand. Okay, and so that was one calculator, and there is also one more calculator. So the difference of this calculator is, this calculator, the total cost of ownership calculator, is for people who are going to migrate your workload to Azure. Okay, so you can first define your workloads. Okay, so in the form of servers, databases, storage, networking, you can define all the parameters from your on-premises or private data center, and then you can analyze it, can make any adjustments. So I'm just showing the top part of the page. Okay, but you can scroll down. There are a lot of things you can adjust, and after that finally it will give you a report. Okay, so in 5 years you will save this many amount. Okay, so it will tell you in 5 years, if you are using EastUS and if you have these things, you will save as much as a particular amount. And it will also give you a graph about how your on-premises cost will go and how your Azure cost will go. Okay, so I have just chosen a couple of services, but usually the cost difference will be very high. Okay, so you can experiment it and then understand. Okay, so these things are easy to experiment, so you should do. And as I mentioned initially, spending limits cannot be increased. So our free credit is an example. So when credit is over, the limit kicks in. Okay, but there are certain quotas. So quotas are limits on certain features of Azure resources. For example, number of availability sets in VM, and some of the services will have adjustable limits and quotas. To raise the limit or quota, you can open an online customer support request, and this has no charge. Okay, so the only thing you need to know is you need to raise a customer support request if you need to increase the limit, and as you can expect, if you increase the limit, then you'll have to pay for that extra resources that you use. And we can use tags to identify cost owners. So this is another best practice. We have mentioned tags in a few of the previous sessions also. So tags is a common feature that is used not only in Azure Cloud, even in AWS also. So you can tag based on your department or some other hierarchy within your company or school, engineer, college, or whatever it is. So based on that, you can see, okay, this department has made this much cost, this department has made this much cost. You can do a lot of things around those tags, but you need to make sure whoever can manage tags has right roles or permissions. And also it is good to use unambiguous naming convention to denote. So somebody seeing the tags should understand, okay, this is this team or this department or whatever it is. Okay, so those are some best practices. And again, as I mentioned, pay as per go may be expensive, so we can reserve for 1 or 3 years and then save costs. And we should also check our check the best practices and recommendations provided by Azure Advisor. So yesterday I showed the Azure Advisor page, right? Yesterday or day before. So in that we didn't have any recommendations because it is a new account and then it was doing good. But otherwise, the advanced evaluation model in Advisor considers finds out things such as, one example is letting us know, okay, this VM is not in use, you can shut it down. Okay, it has actually some more parameters that it will evaluate. So we can read more. So you can Google and then you can easily go through these pages and read more if you are interested in digging deeper before our deep dive sessions. But for exam, you need to at least know this much. Okay, and some things such as unused user accounts does not incur charges, unused resource groups does not incur charges, network interface does not incur charges, but public IP addresses are charged. So yeah, there is a typo, but so these kind of things you can explore. So I'll also explore more. If you have more suggestions, you can also tell me, and I will improve the document. Okay, so this was not a long planned session, right? So I'm also preparing these documents on the go. So today I sat and prepared. So I thought it would be easy, so I started late, but in the end I had to rush. So you can also help me improve this PPT so that it will be useful for future students. Okay, so always think how you can help others, how you can contribute rather than only getting things. Okay, so in our group also, so recently many people have started contributing. Many people have said that I can moderate, but this was not the case sometime before. Okay, so whenever you are sharing a link of your blog or YouTube channel without actually contributing, without actually taking a live session, without actually interacting with the people, without actually answering any of the questions that is being used in the group, so then it is not actually sharing, it is just marketing or promoting. Okay, again we have a dedicated group for promotions now. If anybody want to buy something, go to buy courses or buy exam sample questions or whatever it is, you can go to Azure Marketplace group, and this group we can use for learning, can use for sharing our knowledge and growing together. Okay, so today's quiz is very small quiz. Are you ready for the quiz? Okay, good. You attempt to create several managed Microsoft SQL server instances in an Azure environment and receive a message that you must increase your Azure subscription limits. What should you do to increase the limits? Okay, so create a new support request. I had mentioned in that slide for spending limits and quotas, right? If you need to increase, then you have to contact support. That is only way. Azure spending limit is fixed and cannot be increased or decreased. Okay, this is true. So spending limit, I said you cannot change it. It is fixed and you cannot increase or decrease. But there are certain quotas you can increase or decrease. That once you will get a notification, and based on that you can increase or decrease. With Azure reservations, you pay less for virtual machines than with pay as you go pricing. It's a simple one. Okay, it is true. Can removing unused groups reduce the Azure cost for a company? Okay, as we saw, if your company uses an Azure free account, you will only be able to use a subset of Azure services. Okay, so it is false. So there is only within that 30 days you can use anything. Okay, so there is no rule that okay you cannot use certain things, but there are some features of services that you cannot use, but all services are accessible. All Azure free accounts expire after a specific period. Okay, so don't worry about winning or losing the queues. So it is just to make sure you are interacting with me or this program. Okay, false, it is only 1 per Microsoft account. Okay, will removing unused public. Okay, that is yes. Okay, so as I always tell, it is not about winning or losing a quiz. It is about participating, and this is our learning plan. And this CloudRix, this term, it came when I was thinking about some catchy name for a hackathon, and so then some of my friends suggested we go with something that means we are doing something different, and then so something called as a Maverick game. So Maverick is something which is already there. Okay, so then I thought, okay, we are doing something different for the cloud, so let me derive something out of this Maverick and make it for the cloud, and then I came up with this name called CloudRix. Okay, so that is how the name CloudRix came. Okay, we do innovations on the cloud. Okay, so and so this is the plan. I am hoping we can stick to the plan. So September AZ900 is almost done, and by tomorrow it will be done. But again, whoever is coming new to the group can always ask for a repeat of the session or a doubts clearing session to clarify things before going for exam. And 104, I want you to come forward and then take at least some of the sessions. I will also take, but I want you to come forward and then take at least some of the sessions. If you are shy, then you can first do it in the Azure trainers group and then come here. But I will need you to do it. This only for your own benefit, because from a student perspective, they have lots of trainers around. Okay, but from a trainer perspective or a teacher perspective, you are getting a wonderful opportunity. Two things. So one, to improve your public speaking skills, and also making sure you have understood things clearly. And then next important thing is branding. Okay, more people will know about you. You need to build a brand about yourself rather than building a brand about something else. Okay, so that is why I tell people, when you put profile pictures, put your profile picture rather than some celebrity or somebody else. Okay, put your profile picture and market you rather than market somebody else. Okay, whenever you are putting a profile picture of a celebrity, you are marketing them. Okay, you are giving more popularity to them. You are helping those celebrities reach more people. But instead of that, you should reach more people. You should be connected. People always trust people who have faces. Okay, so and CSC Cafe, which is going to come, where we'll learn a lot about computer science essentials. Okay, sometimes it is not necessary to only learn about cloud or to start your cloud journey directly by jumping into the cloud. Okay, before that, if you learn the essential concepts such as distributed computing or data principles such as CAP theorem, or how IP addresses work, how CIDR work, all these things can really help you do better in your cloud journey. Okay, so I am totally relying on your YouTube videos since I work in night shift. Right now, I'm just going to check out. So thanks, your videos are helping me a lot. What is the plan for AZ140? How many days or how many hours will take? Will it be done by 31st October? I think you are planning development course from November, right? So that is the plan. So let us see how it goes. We will get a clarity in first 2 weeks. Okay, so that is a plan, and if everybody come forward and contribute a bit, then we can do it. Okay, so AZ104 we can complete by 31st October if people come forward and then do. It has, I think, 5 modules. I think so. We can do it. We can do it together as a group. So that is why there is a separate group for that. and we will discuss everything related to that in that group, and then we can come to the main group and then stream it live to everybody. So there, I don't want to be a teacher, I want to be one of you. Okay, so that is the difference. So that is why we have a separate group. So where we will prepare and then we'll come to the main group and then share the classes. Okay, so I want to be one of you. So we will all learn together. Okay, rather than doing a one-man show, like I telling everything, I telling about me, I telling that I am great, and finally I teach something and then you learn, go and sleep. Okay, so I want you to come. You can tell who you are, or if you have a blog or a YouTube channel, you can share those details. I want you to come forward and I want you to brand yourself. Okay, not anybody else. Okay, that is it. Any more questions? Okay, if there are no more questions, we can wind up, and then we can see tomorrow. We will cover the rest of the questions, and then we will finish the exam. Okay, Abhilash, you can ask. And meanwhile, I am also does this 104 contain how to make containers and all? I think more of essentials will be there, how to configure containers, but more of containers I think it will be in 204. Okay, I need to check the 104 topics, because few things have gone away from 103. 104 is the latest one, so few things have gone from 103, and few things have come new. So I'll just need to cross check the syllabus of 104 again. So until recently it was 103. Okay, so don't worry, whenever even if you are not getting time to attend the live sessions, and if you are going through YouTube channel, it is still fine, but do let me know, do message me in any of the channels before you write the exam, so that we can have a quick discussion, and then I can also be sure that you have covered all areas. Okay, so if all of you help, and if we work together and if we learn together, then we can make this a great group for learning. Okay, thank you all for attending. Have a good night if you are in India, and have a good day if you are in US. Okay, so yeah, thanks Srinivas for sharing. We can go through those things. So you can search in Google, because whenever I teach, I try to take a certification, not because I want to always train for certification. It is because I am lazy to prepare a syllabus. Okay, I am lazy to prepare a syllabus. If I am teaching for a certification, then that respective company would have already prepared the syllabus, so it is less work for me. Okay, and even this PPTs I prepare on the go, but I hope in future sessions I will refine it again and again, and then it can become a good resource for learning. Yeah, thanks Srinivas for sharing. Yeah, managing identities and governance, implementing and managing storage, deploy and manage Azure compute resources, configure and manage virtual networking, monitor and backup Azure resources. Okay, so even within this there will be changes between 103 to 104. So we will go through most of the things, but within that group we will regularly connect, but we will only come weekly and conduct these kind of sessions to the whole group. So if you are really interested in learning, then you can join that group, but it is called Azure Admins. But if there are any kinds of spams or anything, you will be blocked from the group. It is strictly for learning purpose only, because in this current group we delete spams and then give more and more opportunities, but in any of the specialized learning groups, spams are 100% not allowed. Okay, so thank you all for attending on a weekday. So let us all meet tomorrow, same time 8 PM IST, and then we can conclude AZ 900 journey. and start our cloud journey. So this is just a start. Okay, so we will be covering close to 70 topics. Not covering, we will be touching upon almost 70 topics, but in future we will go deep into many of these topics. Okay, thank you all. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.